Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 of Random Football, where we talk everything and anything happening in the football world. Today, we've got quite a few things to get into, but before that, guys, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Keep the conversations going, but today we're talking about Salah and Mane apparently wanting 400k each, and FSG was like, you better go find that somewhere else, hence Mane to Bayern Munich. Also, we're talking about how Man City is bolstering for the season ahead. Obviously, they've already signed Haaland. They're looking at, they've agreed a deal on Kalvin Phillips. So it's a big one we need to talk about today. Also, Gabriel Jesus to Arsenal seems like a done deal. As a Chelsea fan, I'm starting to get nervous. Like this transfer window is not playing out well for us. You know, Arsenal usually waffle. And anyway, I'll get into that after. And obviously, Jack Grealish. We need to get into Jack Grealish. Obviously, having a good time out there in Las Vegas, and the English media cannot stand it. We're talking about it today in Random Football. Hope everyone's doing well. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get right into it. So, the saga continues at Liverpool. We've seen Mane exit this week and go to Bayern Munich. Obviously, it's one of those leagues where obviously Mane is going to excel because of the player he is. He asked FSG apparently for 400k and they refused it, and he was out the door. And it looks like the reason why Salah and Liverpool haven't agreed on a new contract yet is because Salah has seemingly the same demands. He wants 400k and FSG are just not doing it, according to Express. I don't know where to go from here. I mean, he technically is one of the top players in the world. I really don't want to call another rival team's player the best player in the world, especially when he played for Chelsea before, but Salah is up there right now. You know, obviously Benzema's season's been fantastic, but, you know, Salah has been pivotal in Liverpool's winning streaks and, you know, winning their first Premier League in 30 years and Champions League and reaching the Champions League final. Does he deserve 400k? I think 400k is a lot of money. I mean, I've got open here the highest paid players in the Premier League. Number 1 is Cristiano Ronaldo at 510k a week. That's ludicrous. Anyway, that's Man United are just shambles, so it's no surprise. But right after him is Kevin De Bruyne at 400, and then De Gea at 375. So if you look at the players that we're talking, and Haaland also comes in at 375 now that he signed for Man City. And then number 5 is Jadon Sancho at 350. So, does he deserve more than Jadon Sancho? For sure. Erling Haaland hasn't proven himself, so yes, he definitely deserves more than that. De Gea has been a long-standing, you know, pillar of the Man United backline. I mean, if it wasn't for him and Ronaldo last season, things would have gone really bad for Man United, worse than they already are. And obviously, Kevin De Bruyne has been, you know, excellent. He's been excellent for the past 4 or 5 years with Man City. So, yes, 400k, Kevin De Bruyne, Mohamed Salah asking for the same type of amount makes sense. It does definitely make sense. Sané leaving Liverpool and going to get that. I mean, I think he's on 433 a week at Bayern Munich, which is fantastic. Exactly what he wanted and he got. He's still in the top team. He can still push for top honors. Obviously, he's going to win the Bundesliga next season. We know that. Yawn, boring, we're tired. But Champions League is a big one. Can he win the Champions League with Bayern again? That would be fantastic for Mane. But Salah in the Premier League, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I mean, I see sides to both arguments. Obviously, Mohamed Salah being the great player that he is and everything that he's done for Liverpool, he probably deserves 400k a week. But I'm looking at his age. I'm looking at, maybe a rebuild that Klopp wants to do at Liverpool, because he's bringing in a lot of fresh and young players like Nunez. But to be honest, I don't think that Liverpool are going to give him 400k. It just depends on what Salah wants to do, hold out, or he wants to leave next season. Hopefully, he makes the right decision for both him and the club. FSG, if you hear this, which you probably won't, this is one of the greatest players. I mean, we messed up and we gave him away, and he came back to bite us in the butt. So maybe he could do the same to Liverpool. Who knows? Salah has kind of that aura about him. Hopefully it gets sorted out, but it looks like Salah is going to run out his contract because 400k is just too much for Liverpool. So I don't know, because if you look at the list of the highest paid players right now, the top 13, or it's 13 names that I have here. You have Cristiano Ronaldo, Kevin De Bruyne, De Gea, Erling Haaland, Jadon Sancho, Rafael Varane, Romelu Lukaku, I hate that name, Jack Grealish, Raheem Sterling, N'Golo Kante, Paul Pogba, Timo Werner. Timo Werner is on 272,000 a week. Man, John Stones, Edison Cavani, and Anthony Martial. And not a single Liverpool player is on that list, which is baffling. And I definitely understand why Salah would want to, level up and be spoken of as one of the highest paid players in the game, not just the league. So interesting to see. I'll keep my eyes on how that develops. Hopefully they come to some sort of understanding, but it could mean the end for that Liverpool front line, that Liverpool stronghold that we've seen for the past 3 or 4 years. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. Moving on to, there's one thing that I wanted to talk about. Is Mane a Premier League or a Liverpool legend? I've seen this conversation happening online. And to be honest, I think to be a Premier League legend, you probably need to win it at least, twice minimum. Yes, they won it once. It was a great season, but they've come up short on the three occasions or 2 occasions since Mane has been there. So Liverpool legend probably, but I mean Liverpool is a club with huge history, and when you talk about the legends and where you put Mane in there, maybe Liverpool fans might think he is. Anyway, if you're a Liverpool fan watching this, let me know what you think. Is Mane a Premier League or Liverpool legend? He might be both. Who knows? Let's move on to Man City. Man City are bolstering. Pep Guardiola is putting together a very frightening team right now. Kalvin Phillips, who has been exceptional at Leeds for the past 2 seasons that they've been back in the Premier League, seems like he's going to City. Obviously, with the Fernandinho leaving, it's crazy. It's crazy to think of. It's frightening to think of, with Haaland leading the line next season, bolstering up that midfield with Rodri in there. It's gonna be tough to take Man City down this season. But I think that the other teams are doing well, except Chelsea, obviously. Hence why I started this whole new show, so I didn't have to repeat the same Chelsea news. Romelu Lukaku and nothing else. It's just interesting to see how things are going. But I think Kalvin Phillips for Man City is an amazing buy. I think he's going to fit in just right. I think that Man City are going to go up just a higher level. I mean, they're already on such a high level, but I think this gives them a bit of that security in the midfield that they sometimes seem to lack, especially, at the times when Fernandinho was getting a bit older in the past 2 seasons. You look at the Champions League final when he didn't play a defensive mid and Chelsea got in there, and it's just things that, the weak sides, they're looking at the weak sides of the team and they're looking to bolster that. that. They signed the striker that everyone said that they needed, that would take them to the next level, and now they've got a midfielder who's strong, who is decisive, who can put in those tackles, who's young, who's energetic, coming from a lead side that runs more than any other team. It just makes sense, and it's unfortunate for the rest of us in the league that have to watch this and that have to see this. Oh my goodness. But it is what it is. We have to take it. Well done on Man City for making waves, making moves. Obviously, Jack Grealish, I think, is going to flop. I don't think anything is going to happen outside of this Jack Grealish situation where he's, this coming season, he's going to start, scoring 5-6 goals during a match. I don't think that's going to happen. So it looks like there seems to be a loss on the Jack Grealish situation. But Kalvin Phillips is perfect. And yeah, good luck to him at Man City. I would love to say that it's not going to work, but I definitely think it is because the play is so exceptional. And that's just how it is. Moving on to another signing that's paining my soul. Gabriel Jesus to Arsenal. I think that is an amazing deal. I think I would have loved Chelsea to get in there and try and disrupt that sale, but it's interesting, and they're not playing Champions League, so it's they might be, Arteta has probably spoken to him. Obviously, they know each other from the Man City days. Probably had a chat with him and told him, about trusting the process, as all Arsenal fans keep talking about. It's a tough one. It's a tough one because I feel like this really, it's an area where, Arsenal have struggled quite a bit since the Thierry Henry days. I know Giroud came in there and he wasn't so great. Aubameyang also, and Lacazette, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't, they had this amazing midfield that could play these passes and flow with the football. But just up front, they always seem to be, okay, Aubameyang's doing great, but, he signs a new contract and it all goes out the window. So, it's a good signing. I hate saying it, especially about Arsenal, but it's a good signing. Arsenal are doing well in this transfer window, and it's just it's scary. It's scary to see what's going on with the other teams, and Chelsea are just not making moves. We're hearing this is not a Chelsea show, sorry, but it's crazy to think of that everyone around us are making these moves and Chelsea are not. So good luck to Gabriel Jesus. There's still a chance. There's still a little bit of a chance that the deal might not go through. I hope that it doesn't. Something happens. Someone else comes in. But it looks like, they've agreed personal terms with the player. Man City have seemingly accepted the bid. I think it's around 54 mil. So what to do, man? What to do? What to actually do? It's sad. It's sad. That's all it is. But we have to talk about it. Moving on to the one that has the English media all up in their panties, and that's Jack Grealish. Jack Grealish is out in Las Vegas having a wonderful time, having a good time. He just signed for one of the top clubs in the country, the highest transfer fee for an English player. What more? What more? He won the Premier League on the last day when Liverpool could have stolen it from. What more reason do you need to celebrate? What more? And he's doing it this is what the English people do. They go out, they get sloshed, and that's what they call a good night. And I don't understand why the English media is so up in arms about what's going on with Jack Grealish and why he's partying so much. And Jack Grealish was caught partying again. Yeah, and what? He took his mates from his hometown out to Vegas, splashed a bunch of cash that he gets. That Man City pay him. He's right. It's not like he's stealing it from, the taxpayers or, I don't know what else. He's just having a good time. It's a nothing burger. Why is everyone up in arms? I mean, I live in Dubai and I see English people who don't earn even a smidgen of what Jack Grealish earns, and they go out and get sloshed, and that's okay. So let Jack Grealish spend his money. Let him have a good time. So what? Someone took a picture of him stumbling down the stairs. It is what it is. It's Vegas, baby. What happens in Vegas needs to stay in Vegas. Jack Grealish, if you watch this, I'm just letting you know, do you, man. Find yourself a nice little African-American thing, because we all know you like a little dark chocolate. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe that's the issue why the English media is beefing with you so much. But find yourself a little something. Tell her you play soccer. She won't care about it. You know what I mean? She's just gonna think, oh, this guy's famous. Oh my God, he's English and he's so famous and he has an accent. Do your thing and just live your life and come back for the preseason and be ready to ball out. Like I said earlier in this video, I don't necessarily think it's gonna work, but you're still gonna get paid. You're still gonna get this money. You're still gonna win a couple of leagues, maybe. There might be a Champions League in your future. So just enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Don't worry about the haters. Don't worry about what the media is saying. Have a great time. It looks like the whole of the Premier League is out there in the US. I guess it's a Todd Bowley effect. Anyway, again, this is not a Chelsea show, but it just seems like that's where everyone is going. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think about the Jack Grealish situation in the comments below. Is it too much? Is he doing too much? Or are the media doing too much? That's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, it goes out to the next best person who can watch and maybe like it also, and so on and so forth. You know how it works by now. Thank you again for watching. This has been Random Football, and I will see you for the next episode. I am out. Peace.